Reddit user Reddit Bands was inside an ambulance when he caught the following on camera. Listen closely or you'll miss it. Now some viewers think that it could have been the paramedic who said this, but Reddit Bands writes, "There was no one in the back with me. No, it wasn't the ambulance driver. It's literally a whisper right next to my phone. Why would the ambulance driver whisper that?" That being said, what are your thoughts on this? Ghost or hoax? Now this last video was submitted by Aaron Tipsy, who states that a friend of his had sent him a creepy video. In it, Aaron's friend can be seen sleeping inside their bedroom when something downright terrifying is captured. It's close to midnight when the following happens. This is what was caught. What better way to induce insomnia than by watching a video like this? Now it's worth mentioning that this same video can be found on TikTok. However, the context given for that video is different from the one that was sent to me. Aaron states that his friend has no recollection of ever doing this in their sleep, whereas the one on TikTok states that they were fully conscious when they did this. Whether conscious or not, the imagery of this video is still nonetheless pretty disturbing. Real or not, this here is a great source of nightmare fuel. A family in Mexico has been experiencing paranormal activity. From hearing random knocks on their door and opening it to find no one there, to seeing things inside their house move on their own, the family can't help but think that something very sinister is haunting them. Now for some reason, these odd occurrences didn't happen until one day they heard a random knock on their door. Ever since then, they would wake up late at night to strange noises and other creepy occurrences that seemingly don't stop unless they are recognized. Given how often this occurs, the family has started recording these incidents. After being woken up once again by strange noises, a family member begins to record and captures the following. This is what they caught.
Son no sé si se alcanza a ver, las 3 de la mañana con 1 minuto y mi hermana me acaba de levantar porque dice que se escuchan ruidos en el cuarto. Mi esposo y mi niña están dormidos y vamos a ir a ver qué se escucha en el cuarto. No hay nadie, solamente estamos mi hermana, mi hija, mi esposo y yo. Aquí en este cuarto está solo porque en estos últimos días nadie ha podido dormir aquí. Como podrán ver, el cuarto está totalmente solo y pues nadie duerme aquí, solo estamos nosotros. Mi hermana dice que se escuchan cosas, pero ay, me asusté, pero no sé, pues no se oye nada, no se oye. ¡Ah! Amor, levántate porque ya le pegaron a la puerta, no sé qué pasó. Venimos Sara y yo, se escuchó la puerta. Mira, acabamos de venir y no estaba así. Todos los cajones están abiertos. Oh, Dios.
All of a sudden, the bedroom cabinets are open. It's almost as though someone had ransacked the room before disappearing from sight. But the family knows it wasn't a person who did this. but rather something else. A mother and her baby are alone at home when something very unsettling is caught on camera. According to the mother, she has no words for this terrifying encounter. The mother writes, "I thought I was hearing things at first, but then my back door motion detector went off. That's when I knew it was real." She further adds that only she and her child live alone in this house, so whatever was caught on camera had to be someone or something else. If no other child lives here, then who or what was captured? This is what was caught. Out of nowhere, a child's giggle is heard inside the house. But even more creepy is the fact that her baby was already looking at the direction from where the laugh had come from. Initially thinking it was just in her head, she turns away from the source of the voice, seeming less scared, when suddenly the sound of running footsteps is heard. It is at this point that she begins to realize that maybe someone or something is inside her house. It was only after the motion detector went off that she quickly fled away from the scene. As we already know, there shouldn't be another child in the home. Yet, a kid's voice is heard inside. The mom further mentions that she looked around the house as one of her thoughts was that a kid had broken into her home, but after searching all over the place, there was no trace of anyone there. Of course, it's not certain if a ghost or an entity was caught on camera, but until more info is given, the question still remains: just who or what was inside the house? In this final clip, a man is woken up by a mysterious noise when something pretty terrifying is caught on camera. This video was posted about 9 months ago, and the person who recorded this states that while spending the night inside his aunt's house, which is very old, unusual events took place. The following is the video he took.
I'm still hearing voices. Listen. Jesus Christ! I hear knocking again. Oh my God. Nope.
A child's voice is heard close to the camera. Naturally, the person recording fled from the room and went straight to his car after hearing the whispers. Not much else is known about the video, which makes it even more creepy. But doubtless, the video itself is scary alone. There's a photo on Twitter that's currently trending. However, it isn't trending for the reason you're probably thinking. The photo in question isn't a pic posted by a celebrity or anything mainstream in general, but rather an ordinary image from someone with a very small following. The photo appears to be normal until you look closely and realize that the image isn't ordinary at all, but instead something beyond that. On August 3rd of 2022, Twitter user Natalina posted an image on their account that has left many people disturbed. She didn't realize what she had captured until a friend of hers had seen the pic and told her about it. In a text conversation had with someone else, Natalina explains the photo. She writes, "Hello Adam. I went to take some pictures of my house that was under renovation last year. It's from my late father. I had taken the photos in November and that was it. Recently, I sent this same photo I took in November to a friend of mine and he was like, 'What the f, bro?' Because he zoomed in and this just popped up." In this picture, I was alone, and there was no one behind me. Behind Natalina, a solid shadow-like figure can be seen standing behind her. It stands only a couple feet away from Natalina while being hunched over and turned the other way, as though it's trying its best not to be seen. Although it's not clear as to what was captured, Natalina can't help but feel that a ghost or some other supernatural entity was caught on camera. Most viewers seem to agree with her, adding that perhaps this may have been her deceased father, who she mentions in the text conversation. Yet, like most comments, it is solely a belief and nothing certain. But what do you think? Did Natalina actually capture the ghost of her deceased father who once lived in this house? Or was something else captured? This next video was submitted to me by a father who caught something pretty creepy on camera. Now, the initial purpose of the video was to document a strange occurrence that often happens around 4 p.m. According to the father, it is at this time when the baby monitor inside his bedroom picks up a strange noise. It's hard to make out the sound that is being made, but whatever the source might be, it definitely sounds creepy. For this reason, the father thought it'd be best to record and share this video. However, little did he know that something far more spooky would be caught on camera. The father records the sound when suddenly something else is captured. This is what he caught.
Alright, check this out. There's this noise coming from the bedroom. But my wife and my baby, they're not here. They're not in the bedroom. And this noise happens every day at this exact time. Man. Yeah, there's no one in there. No one.
All of a sudden, the closet door opens on its own. It opens wide enough, showing no one inside. Understandably, the father stands up in total shock, as he just caught something that may just prove his belief. According to him, the strange noises have nothing to do with frequency interference, but more to do with something paranormal. He believes that whatever opened the door was responsible for the sounds that were picked up by the monitor. Whether ghost or not, the father is definitely creeped out by this. He further adds that he'll continue to document more of these strange occurrences, but until then, this video stands to be the creepiest encounter he's had. But as always, what are your thoughts on this? Could this be evidence of something paranormal? Or did something else occur? For the last 6 months, Matthew Waynes has been experiencing scary happenings in his house. Every so often, he would hear what sounds like clicking noises and whispers that seem to come out of nowhere. Matthew knows that it's best to ignore these sounds, as people have told him that these odd occurrences would stop if he didn't give them any attention. But, as of recent, Matthew can no longer ignore these noises. He notices that each time they occur, he gets more scared, and the more terrified he gets, the more persistent these noises become. It's almost as though these noises are feeding off his fear. Because of this, Matthew has been documenting these odd occurrences for the sole purpose of getting help. So one night, while watching TV, he begins to hear the strange noises. He takes out his phone and begins to record, but what happens next has left him shook. This is what he captured.
Okay, so I'm just sat here. I said I were going to start trying to document it. I've been trying to watch this. Literally, myself is literally just the corner of the sofa. Trying to watch this, I swear to God I can hear like whispering. Right, I'm going to listen for a minute. I hate doing this. I don't know why I've decided to do this. So I'm just trying to watch TV. I swear I just keep hearing whispering. About 10 minutes ago, I just heard like 3 really loud. Right, okay. I'm gonna flip it because nobody wants to see my ugly face, and I'm gonna sit and listen. I'm gonna be quiet. See if anyone else can hear it.
You don't have to listen closely to hear what sounds like someone or something breathing heavily in the background. It is heard close to Matthew, as though it was right next to him. And, to make things even more creepy, a bit of whispering can be heard in the footage. Clearly, Matthew was beyond terrified. But on the bright side of things, he's now getting the support and help he hoped to achieve by filming this video. Yet, ever since then, Matthew states that things have only gotten worse. The activity continues, and he doesn't know what to do. For now, he is staying at his family's home until things settle down. Like with most videos, the question is begged, what exactly is going on inside this house? Unfortunately, it seems that we won't know for sure until more footage is posted. A very concerned parent had posted the following video in the hopes that someone could explain the footage. In it, a child is seen playing in their crib, when suddenly, something truly terrifying is caught on camera. Now, according to the parents, ever since playing with the Ouija board that they bought at a yard sale, strange things have been happening. On random occasions, their son would stare at an empty space as though something was there, and then suddenly cry out of nowhere. The strangest incident, however, may just be the following video. It's late at night when the following is caught on camera. Take a look. An unsettling screech-like noise is heard inside the child's room. It seems to come out of nowhere, yet sounds very close to the child. But even weirder is the fact that the camera glitches whenever it screeches. It's almost as though the presence of whatever this might be is so strong that it messes with the frequency of the camera. Then again, It is often the case that people hack into these cameras. Perhaps this might be an instance of that, but that doesn't explain how the camera shook whenever a loud banging noise occurred. The parents believe that whatever was making that noise must be the supposed paranormal entity that is haunting their child. Now, there's not much info given on this clip, so forming a solid opinion might be hard to do, but nevertheless, it's up to you to decide if the video is real or not. Just what exactly had occurred that night? Feel free to let me know what you think down below. A man named S is exploring an abandoned location that is said to be haunted. The place in question is a traveling lodge that went out of business many years ago. What is left of this place is nothing but dusted furniture and destroyed appliances. However, there is something about this place that makes S feel very unsettled. He can't put his finger on it, but he knows that it makes him feel spooked. Not sure what it is, he continues to explore the place. But when he gets to a certain room, something very strange happens. Take a look. Out of all the rooms, there's something about this one that deeply unsettles S. For this reason, he leaves the camera behind in the hopes of capturing something as he continues to explore the rest of this place. Time passes, and not much happens, but then suddenly, after a few hours, this is captured. If you look closely, you can see the back cushion on the chair pressing up against the wooden frame as though someone were sitting down on the chair. As you can imagine, S was left completely baffled by this footage. He knew that there was something odd about this room, and this video confirms that his intuition was correct. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Might there be a possible explanation for this video? Or is this something that is beyond comprehension? There has yet to be a definitive answer to this question. This next video has very little information, but it still speaks for itself. A child is seen sleeping in their crib, when all of a sudden, something pretty creepy is caught on camera. It's worth noting that this incident took place at exactly 3:33 a.m., which many people believe means something. Whether it signifies something good or bad, the incident itself is pretty strange. The child is sleeping when this happens. For some mysterious reason, the child wakes up and then quickly stands before staring at something in the room. They stare at whatever it is that's in the dark, when seconds later, a toy or some sort of music box goes off by itself. Then, without warning, the crib shakes on its own. No other information is given on this video, and the original source is unknown, but I'll leave it to you to come up with your own conclusions on this footage. Just what exactly had occurred that night? This next video comes from two friends who caught something pretty creepy on camera. The video takes place inside a friend's house, where numerous unexplainable incidents have occurred. From hearing footsteps from the floor above, to seeing things move on their own, the activity in this house is considered to be very high. One day, as the two friends were watching a movie alone inside the house, strange things started happening. It was only after the first couple occurrences that the friend visiting decided to record the activity. Mind you that the friend recording recently met the person who owns this place, so it's his first time being here. With that said, this is what was captured.
Alors, on vient de mettre pause au film, ça a couru à l'étage, et ça bouge de ouf. Lucas, tu vas voir.
C'est grave chelou que ça bouge sans rien. Ça va se casser la gueule.
C'est hyper flippant.
Ça s'arrête pas, hein.
Faut qu'on aille voir.
Vas-y.
Je t'attends en bas. Hein.
Bah viens avec moi.
C'était le mec. Merde, ta chambre, c'est déjà bien flippant.
La chambre rouge.
They get to the room, but find no one there. A few minutes pass, and the friend recording tells us about the situation.
Donc là, il y a Mimi qui nous a rejoint. Donc là, on est sur le reportage maison hantée. Je tiens à préciser qu'on a entendu quelqu'un littéralement courir à l'étage. C'était pas le chat, évidemment, il était dormi. Et on n'a rien dans la chambre. Là, c'est quoi comme chambre?
C'est la chambre d'amis. Mais on s'en sert quasiment pas.
C'est hyper flippant. Ok, donc là, il y a littéralement une porte ouverte. Ce qui est...
Ouais, bah, normalement, c'est le placard qui est fermé. C'est le placard où j'ai mis tout le bordel que j'ai emménagé. Puis c'est allumé, normalement. C'est pas allumé, normalement.
C'est quoi cette...
After minutes of just staring at the closet, they make their way towards it and check inside. But just like the red room, no one was in there. Unable to find the source of the running footsteps, they proceed to go back down. But then, just as they reach the bottom of the stairs, they capture this. The sound of footsteps can be heard inside the room. Viewers have pointed out that even the kitten had sensed something strange in the room. Perhaps the sound of the footsteps startled the kitten. But the thing with these supposed footsteps is that they sound very similar to the noise of clacking high heels. Most viewers seem to agree with this, while some think that it sounds a lot more like an animal's hooves. Although we don't know what was inside this room or how the closet door closed on its own, the consensus seems to be that something otherworldly had occurred. But what's your stance on this? Had the two friends actually captured something paranormal? Or was something else going on here? Like with most videos, this one remains inconclusive.